Saw that restaurant in the Bronx, the Chino Latino restaurant where Ted Cruz got kind of a raucous welcome. I sat down with him there and pressed him on whether that Wisconsin win he had really was a turning point in the race. Donald Trump still far ahead in delegates. He's got a big lead here in New York.
We've won now 4 states in a row in the last 2 weeks. The victory in Wisconsin was across the board. It was a 13-point victory. And, you know, 3 weeks ago, we were behind by 10 points in Wisconsin.
But even if you do really well going forward, you're still likely to be behind him in delegates when you get to Cleveland. And most of the voters last night said they want whoever's ahead to get the nomination.
There's only one way you get the nomination, and that is you earn a majority of the votes. Donald Trump has not been able to earn a majority of the votes just about anywhere. And that's his problem. He wants to change the rules so he doesn't have to get a majority. If we get to a convention and no one has gotten 1,237 delegates, I'll come in with a ton of delegates, he'll come in with a ton of delegates. It's then going to be up to the delegates to decide who will get the majority.
Very different here from Wisconsin. You know, we saw that protester when he came in saying, we don't want someone anti-immigrant here.
If you're anti-immigrant, you're not welcome here.
And you know that both you and Donald Trump are in a deep hole right now with Latinos. How do you turn it around?
Well, I'll tell you, this meeting, look, there was one loudmouth protester. I mean, in the city of New York, you can find one loudmouth protester. You know, this was a meeting we had here. Number one, we're in a small business. We're in a restaurant, and my focus is very much on small businesses because economic opportunity, jobs, come from small businesses. And I got to tell you, the energy and enthusiasm as I was meeting with pastors who were hugging me, who were saying, I'm praying for you, we're with you. We are building a broad and diverse coalition. That's what it's going to take to win the nomination, but even more importantly, that's what it's going to take to win the
general. There are also
general.
thousands of undocumented immigrants right here in this neighborhood. You're going to deport them.
Well, we are a nation of laws, and being a nation of laws means you enforce the laws. And you know, every other nation on earth enforces their law. If you or I immigrated illegally to China or France or Germany or Mexico, and they caught us, they would deport us.
Donald Trump, you hit him back in Iowa for his New York values. He told the Wall Street Journal, he can't imagine any New Yorker voting for you. He said Ted Cruz doesn't care about New Yorkers, doesn't like New Yorkers. He's mocking New Yorkers.
You know, I think most people know exactly what New York values are. Let me be very clear. The people that I was talking about are the liberal New York Democrats who have hammered this state. It is people like Mayor Bill de Blasio. It is people like Governor Cuomo.
Donald Trump, you're saying?
Who has funded them all.
So no regrets for hitting New York values? You don't think it's going to hurt you here?
Just a minute ago, we were meeting with Hispanic and African-American pastors. Senator Ruben Diaz, he's an African-American Democratic state senator. He said, I know exactly what you're talking about with New York values, and we can't stand it.
Greeted by the hometown paper here, the New York Times, a story about a lawsuit that Donald Trump had to settle, his organization had to settle. You've talked about his business record in the past. Are you going to put his business record on the ballot here in New York?
Well, listen, Republicans, we want to win. We want to beat Hillary. The last thing we want is to nominate someone like Donald Trump, who over and over again has allegations of fraud against him, has litigation. Last thing we want is to nominate someone who's going to be on the witness stand in October and November as much as Hillary Clinton.
But this was settled.
But yet the Trump University litigation that he defrauded thousands of people with a fake university, took their money, scammed them, that's scheduled to go to trial this summer.
Final question. A lot more Americans are going to get to see you right now. What's the biggest misconception about you want to clear up?
Listen, the media does everything they can to paint any Republican as mean and scary and nasty. I'm the son of an immigrant who washed dishes and came to America with nothing. I'm the son of an Irish-Italian mom who was the first in her family to go to college. The people I'm fighting for are the people working in this restaurant. I'm fighting for the people who have been left behind. And we are seeing this coalition come together. We are seeing unity in the Republican Party, but not just among Republicans. Every day, I encounter Democrats who come up to me and say, I voted for Barack Obama, but I'm with you. What we're doing now isn't working.
Senator, good to see you.
Good to see you, George.
Okay.
Now, this is a big moment for Ted Cruz. We're going to see if he can capitalize on it. Makes the cover of Time magazine this morning. He's going to be out in Colorado trying to pick up delegates this weekend, but he is still far behind Amy here in New York. Latest poll shows Donald Trump above 50%.
Yeah, a resounding lead.